Oh, God.
I love you.
Ah, Jesus, wet. Oh, oh, God. Out of my flesh. Thank you. You know, I get a lot of questions about why do I wear military clothing and use military equipment for my paranormal investigating. Because being a rural paranormal investigator is a lot different than being a urban one. I don't get to just go inside a building in a nice controlled environment. I have to be out here in the sticks, man. And all this is briars, thorns, all this kind of stuff that wants to turn you into a red zebra. You really got to wear protective clothing when you're out here. It's even worse during the summer. I'm driving in the summer. We're getting close to one of the mines. See that right there? That's man-made structure. And right here, this right here is coal-bearing shell. Shell, as you can see, are those multi-layered type of rocks. And this is where you get coal from. You can tell this is coal because despite the size, this is super, super light. If you've ever held coal, if you're from Appalachia, is extremely light. At someone's head, and I mean it hurt, but there's no way this is doing any serious harm. That's how light and even more so fragile and brittle coal is. See, that just broke that real easy. I mean this is lighter than my camera that I'm holding right now. Yeah, coal can also be very sharp, so you gotta be careful. Yeah, as it's not pure coal. This is just the shell that you can derive coal from. It's not pure coal. This probably wouldn't burn the best, but this is, see that right there. That is pure coal right there. That little shiny stuff. Yeah, that's real cool. Coal really was black gold. It kind of still is today. But back in the day, coal was more important than oil. All throughout Appalachia, there are mines that you can find. And so if you're hiking out in the mountains, especially in big coal country, and you start seeing those black rocks, do some poking around. Chances are you'll come across a coal mine. Oh, check it out. We got more coal bearing shell. And what is that? What is that? I'm not entirely sure, but I think this is slag. This is slag metal, maybe iron. That's really cool. Yeah, a big old chunk of iron slag. Oh.
Made to rise, like the sun. Made to take some hits and give more back. Made to dig into every detail. You're made for this. We're made how you're made. Cap, let's do the work. She's in danger.
He comes to find his princess.
Needed to save you.
All right, here we have our first man-made structure, or at least what's left of it. All right, if I get under here, I'm going to be turned into a pancake.
Here, go down there, Sneezalox. I don't like sneezing.
I reckon it was good. Someone here recently created a fire pit, and that made a fire. They gathered all the firewood here. So it looks like a chunk of the wall in here collapsed. That probably doesn't bode well for me. I should get out of here, huh? I almost didn't notice this. This is one of the mines, but there's so much overgrowth right here that I almost walked right past it. Get in here without being shredded to a pulp. I got stems in my mouth, dude. Oh, you see that right there? Thorns. I just grabbed it with all my fours. Let's take a gander in here, huh? Oh my God. Hello. Well, we have stagnant water for sure. That's got to be holding who knows how many diseases. Back in there, you see, God, it's all dropping on me. This mine is actively collapsing on top of me, and I'm not even in it, so I'm not going to go in there. You can see back there, it has collapsed many times over. So, much as I would love to get in there, I prefer my general well-being and safety more than I care about getting content for YouTube. I'll save that malarkey for the clout chasers. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm getting poked all to hell. You know, with all this bushwhacking I'm having to do, I'm starting to become very glad that I decided to do this during the daytime. This would have been the 8th circle of hell if I had to do this in the dark. Hello? You hear that? All right, critters, we've come across another mine. Looky right there. That used to be a building that's completely collapsed down. This right here is back on the road to the main outpost. This is obviously man-made. Oh, duh. And then right here, we have one of the main mines. Now, see how these are horizontal. The first time that I ever came here, these were vertical. So I brought some of my friends. One of my friends is kind of a stick. So he was able to easily slip through there and get in here. So I guess to circumvent that, they turned this into a horizontal gate. So my happy white ass is not going to fit in there. Yeah, I guess same thing. They don't want people going in here because these things collapse all the time. There's toxic fumes. In fact, toxic fumes is what killed a lot of the miners back in the day when they had to work these things. Oh, check it out. See right there? That's a bird's nest. Let me put you in here a little bit further. So, see back there? It goes deeper into the mine. They put another gate and door there. Although it looks like someone freaking cut through it with a buzzsaw. Man, I would love to get in there. But again, your boy has a lovely wife at home, and if I somehow got myself killed doing something stupid like that, she would buy a Ouija board to summon me just so she could beat my ass.